Hello and welcome. Boy, have I had problems with it. The twin screw I bought, but I've given myself the money back because it isn't working at present. Yeah, it is a newish mod, and yeah, I've watched on YouTube the video, and it should work without any extensions or the hopper bits. That's for when you, yeah, it should work in standard mode to pick up from the ground, which is quite an amazing ability, but unfortunately it's not working at the minute, or it's not working with the mods that I've got in the game, one or the other. But if it's new, then it's more than likely the fact that it's new. Yeah, it obviously the YouTube shows it working as it should, and it shows with the little screw thing just straight into the as a floor pickup, but it doesn't work. And I've tried it on 2 Let's Plays after, because I thought to begin with it was okay, I've not switched the engine on that one this time. Right, let's what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty this out, so I am going to like time lapse this because it's going to take a while. I'm going to literally stick all of this in, because obviously this is going now, and this is a one-time. Being as we've got the overton now, yeah, we will get rid of that and make some space. Yeah, I built the road here now to go through here, and obviously it's going, so that was a bit of a waste. But hey ho, I was trying to make it home nice. But yeah, this has also got that mod that's got the 3 times the normal speed of a belt system. So this is going to not be, I suppose, yeah, no, that is true. It's not going to take long to do this. So let's just do this the old-fashioned way. Ooh, is it a bit tight? I'm going to scrape, I think. Yeah. Right, is going to be, is that going to be the right? This is a challenge. I do like this when you're racing around. Yeah, now I also know that where the bales drop on that side now, don't we? That is the one thing. Yeah, got to get used to this. It's weird for a fence, because this is one of the most reasonable models. It's not the best for, I don't mean it's rubbish, not by any sort of stretch, but it's not a normal fence where well, I suppose, yeah, the trouble is with me, I often compare it to the super fence, you know, like the ones that like almost like hover on the ground, and that's not fair, because that's not standard fence. It's turned into, because not brilliant, it's not terrible though either, so, and it is one of the most reasonable models for fence, this particular one. So yeah, I mean, not that we bought it, but I came with the farm, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm enjoying my time on St. Kalle, and I'm treating it as I would a nuclear, because Agres is on the thing. Of course, it might not. You know, we could be here for quite a few sessions, in which case it would turn out to be quite a nice let's play. But yeah, I'm not relying on that fact. So I'm going to treat it a bit more like a nuclear. So if we're up to actually the amount of episodes that I used to do as the minimum on a nuke, which was 7 episodes. So yeah, episode 7 was yesterday. So this is now, oh well. See, I'm at my normal form and clocking things as usual. I don't know if we should be able to just about. Yeah, if I don't keep clocking it though, of course. Otherwise, that was. That's just, I need to clock it once, don't you? And then that's, yeah, we're going to need to move that anyway, really. Yeah, so it's a shame about that. That when that's working though, that is going to be quite good, because it's a ground pickup, which is, obviously you normally need the S710 as well as, whereas that, the little new, that's moving up. The new twin screw, actually, you don't need. I'm in the wrong thing on. Sorry, and now I've moved it. Whereas I was trying to be in that. Yeah, that will be quite an asset to have something that does pick up from the floor straight away. So I'm quite looking forward to using that when it is fixed, because yeah, to be able to just use one. I put the extension on it as well, though, because it was only just able to clip over this small trailer's edge. So I did it to the 6.5 metre, and I think that would go over almost all trailers, truthfully, which is what you'd really want. So Yeah. And it was about 10,000 for that, so, which I thought was a little expensive when you consider the S710 is like 5,000. Then I thought, well, yeah, but it's almost 2-in-1, which is obviously what it's, because it's ground pickup plus goes straight into your trailer, so it's like 1 instead of 2. So I thought, no, maybe, yeah, it probably is worth that. It's still saving you some thousands. Yeah, this is a bit, I don't know, do we have got some mineral feed, so I don't know why we don't just stick that in. Yeah, we can, I suppose we can do a mix with that to begin with, and then we can swap mixes later on, although I always find that type of thing gets you into trouble later on, because you can't quite get your mix right or whatever. So I think, as I said, I don't really see TMR as TMR in my eyes, so I personally don't really see much of it. That's why the Maze Plus, if there was some sort of a benefit for you doing it, as in, like, no, I don't mean as in, like, even for your cows, even if, like, people said, oh yeah, with mineral feeding it's so much better than, but people have been feeding animals on, or cows on TMR for years, and it's been classed as good. So I just don't see, well, why do I now do that then? It just doesn't seem, wow, that is fantastic when I consider the normal speed of yeah, that is really is good. We all know it is. I mean, on Attingham it used to take forever. I mean, I'm happy with being patient, but in another way, it is nice to have it trundle along at a nice pace. It makes belt systems not, yeah. I do like the size of these, actually, 18.5 tonners. I know I could do 2, but it's, yeah, I think this is 20 odd tons for 150 horsepower, yeah, ish. I think that's nice, and it comfortably handles it without any kind of, whereas if you put a 30 tonner on it or something like that, it starts that you can feel it really not struggling, but it's at its limit. Yeah, when I first started to play FS19, I often overdid, yeah, the trailers. You'd think, oh well, this tractor can pull out. Well, not really. That's what the horsepower is there for. Yeah, that's why most new farmer starts, you get that, the Welgers and things like that, really. Yeah, I've got a question for everybody. It's I was just looking at, obviously I do watch Farmer Cop. He does some very good videos. I don't watch his series. I have watched his series, but being a content creator myself, I don't have time to watch content creators. And if I was going to watch one, it would be Mr. Silly P, truly. But although, yeah, I don't subscribe to Farmer Cop. But he does classic game mode where it is just giants, well, you can't call them mods, just giants equipment. I know Frithgott used to do the same. Is this something that is really interesting to people? I mean, it isn't something I can't do. I mean, obviously the cost is far more expensive from giants. I mean, but you've still got the sales, so I could do it. It's not, yeah, beyond the realms of possibilities. Is this something people would like to see, where no mods, just because, again, yeah, I have no problem with doing that. Even more so with the sales, because I did think I handled that at the beginning with Elm Creek when there were no mods. So it's not something to me that is so difficult to do. It does add more of a challenge because your equipment is more expensive. So, and then of course there's the sales, which is really good. Well, it's random though, so you can't rely on the sale. That's what I was saying. I do sometimes try to rely a little over much on them. I suppose I know why I do. It is the random element of things that I like, so that I'm not having to make a choice. I'm not choosing Massey because I like Massey, or I'm not choosing Fent because I like Fent, but I'm choosing what gets supplied. So it's more of a challenge because it's not me choosing my favourite things all the time, which would get boring quite fast. I mean, there are some favourites, like say the big bag handler, which I would take from Let's Play to Let's Play. Unless we would, imagine, no, even that. I did on my Thornton Revamped, it is true, I had a proper, and I was intending all of the way through using a proper bale fork, and on that it actually shot the bales about 30 foot into the air, and I thought, is that realism? Is that realism? And I thought, not really, no. Bales cannonballing from your bale fork off, and of course it's on YouTube, so it's not like I'm making this up. I thought, that's not realistic. I'd sooner play with a big bag handler and have things behaving normally rather than as if we were in a magic universe where weird things are happening. So, yeah. Again, and that's what I'm saying, the mechanics, sometimes they're not quite there. I've said that you can see it in a lot of things, so therefore you're trying to sort of do a trade-off where it is realism to a degree, where things that function normally-ish. Because let's face it, things fall into holes in the floor and bales magically disappear. That's game mechanics, we can't do anything about that. Wow, that is amazing. Yes, we will also, though, if we are obviously going to do this now, we bought that mod, so we will sell the mixing mode, or will we need that for anything else? No, not really. No, that is the mixer now, isn't it? We've gone for a production. Yeah, I mean, to begin with I was going to, and I thought, I don't know, even on a small farm like St. Kalle, there's still a place for productions. That the FS22, it is about productions. You don't have to have many. You can have a couple, and that's it. But you know, it's still productions. Otherwise, it's just FS19 really. Then, if you don't do what FS22 is all about. So yeah, I thought, yeah, you're right, really. I would like to get the... That is a point. Right, I'm going to pan out for a minute. I'm going to rejoin with yourselves at the other field. I'm not sure that the baler had finished, so I'll need to set that going. I think it did, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to see you in a minute, and then I shall pan back. The procession from the other, yes, which was not without its perils, as you can imagine. Yeah, and I thought, well, let's wash all these and like refill them up, ready for, well, yeah, it will be next year now, because there is. Yeah, no more harvest now. So, yeah. I made a mistake yesterday. I got out, and I'm not used to having the other hose pipe that I carry with the tanks in my back, the super soaker type thing. That it wasn't there, and I thought, oh no, you've gone for a fixed hose pipe on this one. So yeah, it caught me out. That used to having that. Yeah, I think it's good practice as well to get into old things. I do like that, I really do, because there are many times in Farming Simulator where you literally have got a few seconds in between unloading and stuff like that, where you can't always, yeah, when you're on the field, when it's really useful to do that type of thing. Right, let's leave that fuel in whilst we clean the next one, and then we'll stick everything away, and then we're going to use the Fendt for grabbing everything off the fields. I do love this little tractor. Yeah, I've never had the little Fendt. I've had the Rex a lot. Yes, something. This seems a little too narrow, if such a thing is possible. I don't know. I prefer the shape of the Rex, if I'm honest. It's not. I mean, it is perfectly safe, and I've not had it. Well, I have had it fall over, but I think that was because a car whacked it. So I don't really blame the shape of the tractor on those cars, because you can literally, they'll poleaxe anything. Yeah, I do realise why Giants did it though, because I remember people, I think they did videos of stacking the cars up and that, and I suppose, yeah, as a creator of a game, you're not going to have anybody mock your masterpiece, really, you could say. So I can see why they did what they did, even though I do think the behaviour of the cars now is ridiculous, as we sort of showed yesterday, when they just stop and they will refuse to move. That's a new behaviour. In FS22 at the beginning, the first few months, I was quite hopeful. They didn't do all that bipping either, which it can sometimes add a layer of, I mean, there are I know there are some nasty people who may perhaps bip you if they can see, you know, like, but as a farmer, it's a bit like new learner drivers. There are very few normal drivers who are going to bip a learner driver if they're taking a little while, because you're going to freak them out, and you were a learner driver once, and most people have got that level of respect, but not all. You know, there are some people who totally forget that and, yeah, aren't very nice, but hey ho, most people aren't like that. Right, so then we need to leave, yeah, a bit of room to get to that. That looks clean, not the fertiliser spreader, I might add. That doesn't look clean. Right, let's get you in. Yeah, then that is true. You are actually a good candidate for, not that, because that is, now we could actually, yeah, that is a point. We could stick that in one of these two sheds now. Or I was thinking personally, under this overhang, it's perfect for this type of equipment that really is a little bit large. Let's see if we can get it in that one. But I have a feeling that it's a little too long. Oh, I always forget how. Yeah, they're very sensitive, aren't they? This is a good steerer. I am going to say that about it. Yeah, it really is very impressive. I must remember those green prongy things, although they are there, even though they're not there, if you know what I mean. But I'd like to try and do it realistically. Oh, you see that is, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it obviously sticks out a little bit with the trailer itself, but I can live with that. It's a fairly big yard. Right, smashing. So that lot is away. We've still got something, haven't we? Remember, what's I'm bringing? Yeah, let's grab this out of the way. It really is a little bit in the way. Yeah, that's true. Court. Stick that on there and fill it again. Yeah, so I would like to get this shifted. And also, yeah, it is true. I was just thinking when I was over the other end, sheep. I would like to go that way. So obviously, if we're rejigging, we've spent a lot on it. I know we're going to be earning money from the bread that we're going to be selling, but also if we're rejigging things, we will cash in on this and also the mixing wagon. So we're going to empty this, sell this, so we've got a little bit of space if we did need another production. But I think that, yeah, I do think that's it. I don't really want to be going mad. It's a small farm, and I'm not doing 6 productions or anything daft like that. I normally do the BGA and stuff like that, but I haven't done that. Right, is that filled or it is indeed? Right. Let's take that back over to here then. It is on right. Fantastic. You know, I've got to be honest, yeah, this is a powerful little thing. It is managing that equally as well as the normal fen, which it's David versus Goliath, and it really is pulling that absolutely fine. So it's not a slouch. I did say this, that I have always realised this. The Rex was fantastic. I really did love the Landini. It was amazing. On Orbelleron, I did love that. Yeah, and I've had it since then. I've willingly accepted that. I mean, it's so reasonably priced as well for a Giants tractor. It is a bit of a David versus Goliath type scenario, and definitely would recommend it. Yeah, I mean, obviously weight-wise, you've got to be. Yeah, if you're trying to do massive things, you need a small. If you're going to use it as a fertilizer spreader, it'll do it, but just use one of the smaller ones. Yeah, don't use the big ones, because it'll just fall straight backwards. As it, well, I don't know that it would do that, but it certainly. Well, I don't know. It might lift its tyres off. I know it's difficult for Giants to do that kind of thing exactly as it would be in real life, but I think they do a good sort of. Now then, yeah, I was going to say. Moved it on top. to move it in a little. Okay. Wow. Why are you not sensing that properly? You should be going all the way up unless... Oh. Yeah, now, I've got to be honest, now, a long time ago, it's a while since I've used this, the Bavarian. I liked it, but I had trouble with it on Western Wilds. Although the trouble did go away. But yeah, it has got really bad collisions. I mean, really bad collisions on the front ends. I mean, you are way, way nowhere near this, and you'll clock it. So, yeah. I'd be careful if I was using these ones again. I do love the Bavarian pack. There's no way I'm be shifting that because it's amazing. But yeah, this not so impressed with. Yeah, that's it. I'm hitting it now. That's how. But yeah, I'm really not exaggerating when I say it is a long way out. Let's see. Yeah. And I'm hitting that as well. In fact, do we? Yeah, we could do that actually. That's true. Let's get that bump at the beginning done first. Now we're hitting that. That's, yeah, now we are sort of trying to do the impossible and pull it around, aren't we? But I think we can do it. That is the beauty of the swivel axle. That's its strength, you could say. It does have its weaknesses, but that's definitely not one of them. Right, we need to... Let's grab the S710. Let's get this done. Yeah, this is like sort of a clean-up really before replanting. Now they've got to take a bit of a run up. I'm still not sure this is going to do it. It's a bit of a bump. It doesn't always the best for that type of thing. Doesn't always manoeuvre very well. Often have to grab the tractor on it. Yeah, it sort of gets stuck on the actual stuff itself. So let's come on out and then go at a different angle. Yeah, it's one reason why I really wanted the Mark IIs, but with having that mod, I always found them a bit faffy. So, well, actually, I never got them to work. Full stop. Again, whether it's mod clashes or whatever, I'm not having to go at the Mark II. Oh, come on, for heaven's sake, turn round. Ridiculous. Oh, no, that's actually what I was talking about. That's actually bashing into the thing itself. That should work. Really. Yeah, let's try and manoeuvre this one. That really is... I do love this one. This is quite amazing. Yeah, first used this on No Man's Land and it is fantastic. No, you're not steering very well. Must be a bit lumpy on the ground. Oh wow, is that not amazing? That's typical. Come on, you can do it. Yes, now that's one thing that the twin screw was. I've got to be honest, I did rate that a lot. It was the, yeah, is it twin screw? No, let me show you. The one that I tried, the new belt system, the... Yes, when this is fixed, the screw conveyor, sorry, that one there, that new one, that is... I mean, I don't know how new it is, because I do miss the odd one, but I think it is... I do go on the mod of every day, and I don't know how I miss things, because I do go on every day, so I really never know how on earth can I miss things if I go on every day, but you do somehow miss things. But yeah, if that's a pickup from the ground as well, that will be fantastic, which it is by default. I think I'll always probably go for the extension, because then it'll go with almost all trailers, which that is fantastic. Right, now then, where's the end? Is there? Yeah, angle past the tree. now we should be able to get to the back. Yeah, not long now. Oh yeah, 39.20. So a little tiny bleb there. One more, I would say. Well, in fact, yeah, what we've got may just about do it. And we'll send them. Yeah, the Meridian I leased. I did buy the S710, but if we're only doing this one thing, I'll sell it and take a bit of a hit. Yeah, I should have leased it really, but I wasn't thinking. I was thinking we were going to do that over and over again, which we're not now, are we? So, but yeah, we shouldn't lose too much. Yeah, I'm hoping that we can go into the sheep. Is my now that this is going to be. I'm going to have to do a turnaround. Luckily, we have got quite a bit of space. Only, yeah, I'm trying to destroy things with the front loader, of course. Now, this is one thing. My favourite is the homemade weight, the one that is crate, and it does struggle with its towing things. Whereas this, I've got to be honest, the barrel weight is fantastic for that particular. It was this actually that made me realise how terrible that was. Now then, can we? No, I need to go that way, don't I? Isn't that right? I do, even more than that. Good practice. Oh no, that's when you're losing it. Yeah. Do you know something? I can do it, but we haven't all got all night. We have got work to do. Yeah, I've got to go literally. I'm going to time lapse grabbing all of the bales. But it's about time we got those bales off all the farmers' fields. So yeah, we're going to do that as well. Oh. Visible. See what I mean? That is a long way off that, and that is, yeah, look, that's what I was talking about. We're not talking about a little tiny whisper. Yeah, it's not liking that, is it? That corner. It's almost like it's, yeah, not registering it as a. We may have to treat ourselves, because that should be picking that up. No idea why that's not registering that, because that's definitely that. And this is what I had the trouble with. So 13,920. We'll sort this out. We'll have to, yeah, we will. So 14 tons it owes me. Let's sort this out. Let's send back what we've leased and return. Yes, we'll just sell our belt system. No, our belt system. Yes, I know we've lost a bit. And we shall then demolish this. Will it let us demolish it? It should do. Smashing. Okay. Yeah, this is what I found, like an artifact when I did that before. So it is obviously a fault with the Bavarian pack itself, that's probably also why you lose that bit of thing. So having seen that a couple of times now, I think I shall leave the Bavarian pack alone, as in for that. I'm not going to stop doing all the other fantastic things that are in it, but that, yeah, it's a little bit. There are plenty of others. So we need 14 tons of that to be bought to make up for the fact that we had to destroy that. Yeah, if we need to. That's not the end of the world. Right, now, did I not? I thought I'd done that. Oh, I just shifted it out of the way, didn't I? Right, let's shift you. And yeah, in fact, that is true. I'll come back to this in a minute. We'll do it with the other one as well, because we need that fence to, as it's in front loader configuration. And Yeah, that's true. Right, I'm going to meet you back at the other end where all the bales are. We're on field 5 where we were yesterday at the other end of the map. So I'm going to... No, it only takes seconds. We're just down this road, really. And there's a bit of a sneaky sort of trick down the end of this field. Yeah, you literally go through the trees and down the edge. Not damaging anyone's crop, but literally, hugging the forest. So, yeah, I've done this a few times. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Straight across and, whoa, he says. He almost goes across the field. That's not so good. We'll get these, go into a bit of a time lapse, get this, and clean all those other ones up as well. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to go straight into a time lapse. I'm going to grab all those bales and we'll have a chat after we've done all this baling. And there is quite a bit. I don't think even if we do ones on top, I think we'll be coming back again. So I'm not sure. How many have we got to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have a lot. At least, do you know something? Let's just run those back home as are, and then we'll just bring the entire trailer back. And let's make sure we've done all of the straps. I'm not to be losing any bales. Yeah, I think I have actually. I can't see any. Check though. Let's have a look on the second one at the back where we were last. Yeah, no, they look all good. Well, when I say good, some of them are leaning a little, which you put it that way. I suppose what we could do, though, is we could pick a couple up as we're going. That just seems sensible to me, to make best use of the tools that you've actually got at your disposal. Whoa, it amazes me how that sort of wakes the bales up when you come closer. They're happy with sitting until the second that the big bag handler... Until the second the big bag handler comes along. I wonder if we go over the... I don't think that... Again, it's heights of trailers, isn't it? It seems that when you go over some sell points, they're a little bit... And the Welgers do strike me as being high trailers, really. So I don't think... when we go over the farm supplies production that'll actually register. We'll go the proper roadway though, rather than the way that we just came. That might be all right with just a tractor, but I'm not so sure that you would do that with this lot. Quite pleased with what we did. Actually stripping the straw as well at the same time as actually doing the harvest. I think I did alright with that in the same session, because that's not so easy. Yeah, normally one of those jobs I pull in on its own session, so to do that mostly in the same session, I was quite pleased. Yeah, I mean, I think there was 2 bales or something on the original field that we left. So that I was moving everything in one hit. Now then, this is us. Yeah, though I'm going to say, well pleased with the equipment that we've got on this as well. It's small, but it's good. The trailer configurations and all of those that we've been given is amazing. Is it KAZ, KA77E? I can never work that one out. Or it could be Katie or Catty or Cat. I used to know a lady she was Catherine and she liked to be called Cat at one of the schools that I used to work at. So yeah, right, so let's see then, let's shift you out. I thought I said I was going to go into a time lapse. I did, didn't I? This is true. Right, so I am going to say my words. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that is it. Well, I didn't realise. I've just thought about that. If that only takes bales and we've now gone loose, we're in trouble. And that does show, I would imagine, straw blower, we may have to do something like the go whale or something, really. Might have to grab one. I mean, they are really reasonable, but yeah, if we've now, that is all of our bales got in, and I didn't keep any aside for this, because I thought this would probably open. But when you do this, it just does the door, which is bizarre. Yeah, it just literally shuts that. So yeah, it is just closed gates. That is all there is. So, and there's, I don't know. Yeah, could try straw here, but I'm sure it only did that here. So we shall see. Yeah. It'll be a straw blower, then that's fine. Yeah, been a long session, good one though. So that is all of that. We will have a look though at how well we're doing. That is true. I mean, all of those bales that were on there. We also, yes, we do need to still do this. I'm going to do that next session. Do we? I'm trying to think. Do we turn around? What are we doing in our fields? I can't remember what we actually said, or whether we even did say that. What are we going to do? Now, canola's a good one for canola oil, which would be planted in August and September for, I think we'll do a wheat and a canola, I think, in those two fields. Yeah. I've got the additional straw mod on. I've always had that on because I know you can produce straw from it. So, you know, as in, like, I remember Frithgar having a massive, not arguments, discussion with his to say that you can actually have straw from lots of other crops. Most of the time it's only wheat. Barley's soft, he said, and slightly sticky. But yeah, they all produce straw if you want them to. So I'm going to go with that. We're just doing it for animals, so, well, and produce and stuff. So let's go and see how well we've done. Let's have a look at how much we've got, because I've got to be honest, we're a small farm and we've really stuck a lot of stuff in here. Wow, I was right, 174 tonnes of hay, silage a little less, oh my life, and 271 tonnes of straw. So wow, amazing. Right, remind me, where is the... It is here somewhere, isn't it? I've got to try and remember where the... Where is it? Another door? Here we are. It's around this side. Okay. Right, so we want... TMR1 is what we're wanting, and we're on dollars because I can see it says dollars next to it. So, right, let's rectify that for starters and put it back on euros. And then let's go back and, yeah, just make sure. So we've got TMR. Yeah, I'm interested in this as well, because wheat seeds and things like that. 1,000 to 1,000. We've got a little bit of seeds. I'm not sure we've got enough seeds to actually get us through. Now, lime, digestive, yeah, this is the one that I can never, to lose 10, yeah, 90%, can't ever sort of think that's worth doing. Corn, pig food, now that is something. Corn, oh, it's still got a lot of stuff. Oh, it just literally is that it changes the front. Potatoes, pig food. Oh, wow, it's 4 foods though. Although the one that I've got is 3, so that's, some of them are very complicated. So I suppose that's not a killer, but you would need 4 fields of those crops to actually produce it, and that's a lot to tie up for just one food, unless you're going to do, well, on a small map like St. Kalle, there's not going to be that many contracts. So I did notice all the fields are very awful. Yeah, we've just got one baling contract for everything, so that doesn't surprise me. So grass seems to be the only thing that is working on FS22. It is weird. It really is. The elephant is in the room. I don't hear that many people talk about it, but But then again, I suppose, do I watch other content creators? Well, I do a little bit at times. But I suppose you'd have to watch entire series to see what other content creators, well, and other players. What do you guys and gals think about the state of FS22? I mean, I like the game a lot, but it isn't right, and yet we are being released. We're all on a conveyor belt paying for the next instalment of the game when the first instalment of the game still isn't fixed. There's lots of issues. Yes, it's good enough. I realise that. We all know that it's good enough, but it isn't really, when you consider that Giants have moved on to the next phase of earning themselves more money when they've done better than they've ever done before, and yet the very product that they have released for us is not finished, and yet they're saying that's good enough. It's okay, crack on. It's alright that it's broken, and it is in a lot of ways. We put up with things, but it's not right. Anyway, yeah, I don't want this to become a giant smashing. This is not what I intended, or to inflict upon yourselves. But I would like your opinions. Yeah, I mean, I try to be balanced always, not just right. Anyway, yeah, let's wash this up, because I have noticed it is ditched. That's why I really wanted to make sure that I did the harvester, because when I went into in cab mode, it was ditched, and I thought, whoa, yeah. I mean, well, this is ditched too, but I've actually not done badly on this. Again, that's another thing that I am not always good at. Sometimes, although, yeah, that's why I like to buy the one that's fit in your pocket, you could say, yeah, or in the tanks at the back of the tractor. I like that story because it really is. I can keep my stuff nice, because when I'm emptying all, which is the perfect time. That's when I'll actually. Oh, I didn't actually do that. Come on, let's be thorough. Let's wash that weight as well, because that is ditched too. It really is. Yeah, I do like this. I do like the homemade weight a lot. But it's funny. But that is, I have never had any problems that I can recall whilst having that as the weight. So I like that. Yeah, it's got a really good trailer hitch. It seems to be. I know it's high, but then things lift up to it, and it doesn't have any problems. So far, yeah, I would definitely say I'm quite pleased with this. Right. Anyway, let's think. What have we? Yeah, that is the end of the session. So this is my second recording session. So to me, it doesn't feel very long, but then again, this session is long. So yeah, what have we? Yeah, we did that. So we've got a little bit more room for something here. Now let's just see. Sometimes when you do this a second time, it actually does let you do it. But yeah, usually when these go wrong, they go wrong. And sometimes the red comes up. Yeah, I don't understand why we get green in the wrong place. I mean, that is really, really fine. Yeah, it's broken. I'm gonna have to lease a tree be gone or something just to chop that, or leave it. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, is it, I suppose. Yeah. Right, so we have, yeah, I'm quite chuffed. So August, we are going to be planting canola. So we do need to, yeah, this is going to be second growth stage, so we can still get away with, I suppose that is true. We could actually sleep through till tomorrow. Let's have a look and remind myself if anything. There was nothing. Oh, okay. Now we do have. Oh, and it is the 210 horsepower one. Is that the new one? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's the modded one. I've had this on quite a few Let's Plays. It's fantastic. But you know something? We're all right. It is true. It is. Don't get me wrong. It's a cracking tractor, and it would be the most powerful of all of the ones that we've got. But I did say that's true. I did. Hang on 1 minute. We'd have to see what our tractors are worth if we were going to do such a thing. I did. That's the only thing I did say. I said there was a little bit. No, I'm not. 36,000. 50,000 for the little one, but then we've got that and 33,000 for that. Do you know something? I'm just not prepared to take a hit for such a similar thing, and that's got the front loader as well. That's, again, if I'd got the Rex on like super duper and it was for 15 grand now, would I do? Of course I would. If I got that on special, of course I'd do that as well, because it's worth the most of all of them. So yeah, I'm happy with everything that we've got. Is good. Now let's have a look at the animals. No, I haven't slept through. Let's sleep through, and let's see. Yeah, so I put obviously a little bit of, oh, there's a tiny bit even though you can't see it. Yeah, I put one straw bale in here just to see if I was right. So, oh wow, and it only takes just a little bit. So wow, fantastic. So we're going to sleep through till tomorrow, and we will indeed sleep through to 8. We should check the sales over my breakfast, and then we should check the animals, and that is where we're going to leave it. I do like to see a bit of moving forward though. That's why I do like the sessions to actually represent something, although you can't always do that if you've got lots of work left to do, obviously. Right, so then so this is the other one where you need the horn topper. It's a very good price. The proper one though is it's about 15,000, and obviously if we bought the horn topper, actually for that wouldn't be bad, because it would be pretty much the same as if I bought, let me show you what I'm on about. If we go to potato technology, P for potatoes, yeah, that's 10 grand. That would be like about 14,000 something. And if you look at the Grimmy pack, that's 11,900. That's the one that we've got on offer. But this one here, the 12,500. Oh, sorry, no, it's this one, the 16,500 one. Sorry, that is the one that has the home topper built in. So you'd still be saving a little if we were going into potatoes. We're not thinking of going into pigs, although potatoes are good for lots of other things as well. Do we take this? I tell you what I would like to do. Yeah, we are. We're losing money as well. I would like to buy those sheep, but we need to... that's true. I've souped that up, that production, but I've not done anything with it. So let's check the price, because that will have done... We will have got some bread and stuff. Also, yeah, let's have a look at the animals first. Let's start at the beginning and then work from that point. Right, we've still got plenty of TMR because of how many, yeah, cows there are. They're little babies, so they're not, yeah, the straw's still good. Slurry a little tiny bit. Obviously no milk because they're pubescent. These ones are at half, 50%. So yeah, as I say, back end of the year, these should actually have babes or beginning of next. 6 tons of milk, so it's going up a little bit. Straw, yeah, is 9 out of quite a bit. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to get a straw blower, aren't we? Productivity 100%. Milk, so we could put the milk in and start the dairy churning. That is one thing we could do, so I reckon we'll do that next time. TMR still good. Slurry, and of course the manure pit you have to walk in. So yeah, like all of them. That's a bit of a bizarre one, the way that they've separated that. I think it's got a little bit 1,800. It really is a little bit. Then again, I suppose, yeah, we're dabbling in cows. I'd like to go in a bigger and I mean bigger for the farm, not bigger as in bigger. Yeah, or I would like to stick to what we've got and stick to the size that we've been given. I would. So then, the slurry is quite a bit though, so that's not so bad. So that really could be. So we've got 38 tons of flour. That is a beast. Nearly 7 tons of bread. So wow, that is a beast. It's literally disintegrated all of the oats. Nothing. Well, so no. Well, 957 litres to be totally correct. In about another hour, I should say, there'll be nothing there. Looking at that, that is phenomenal. So bread, 6791. Now bread is a little volatile. It does go up and down a little bit. So let's have a look at how much bread is on the right thing. Let's look at stock at the minute. Yeah, 3472. Max price 4965. So in January. So actually, it probably isn't a bad thing. Let's have a look at the. Yeah, bread in this. Yeah, so between 2 and 3, and it is true, it's on the rise. So we may get, I think we'll stick on, we will, and we'll sell it around January. So we'll just keep churning the bread, and we'll keep that going until it's all gone, and then we're going to sell it in January. I know we could sort of sell it now and make some money, but the trouble is, do we need... That is still a reasonable price, even if a little on the low. If we sold if we sold 7 ton, it probably would be in an hour, and we got now farmers market. Yes, I think we'll do it. We're going to take that to that, because that's almost at a proper price. Let's tell that to spawn, and we're going to do a run to the farmers market. Yeah, definitely. Fantastic. Right, let's leave future me a bit of a, because you know what I'm like. If I don't leave myself breadcrumbs, I'm a terror. I'll charge into something else. So we need one of our trailers, and we will keep this in this configuration because it's absolutely perfect for what we need to do. Right, so then I'm not going to load it, that's for next future me, that's future me's job, but we shall leave myself already set up, ready to do this, and we only need one for this. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the Welgers, but they are nice like this, although they are very tall. Yeah, it's not, I mean, obviously I've kept them because I did say I was going to keep what I'd got unless something happened in the sales, and I'm not going to get rid of something like this. They've been very useful, but I don't like them in their normal trailer configuration. They used to have issues. It may be fixed now, they may be perfect, but yeah, I did used to have a lot of issues with Welgers. So it's one of those things that quite early on I thought, I'm not having a Welger, they're a nightmare. But yeah, that may not be the case anymore. They might be okay. I suppose we could test this out. Now then, if we do that, I've never been able to work out the very best location for loading and unloading. Yeah, and some content creator, Mr. CLP, I think is quite good at that. Whereas it needs to be not. Yeah, if it's too close to you, behind you, I realise that. So I always do side load like that, where it's not too bad, but I'm not sure of the optimal position. Not really. Right, and one thing I can do though is let's try and push these together from that side. Whoa, always forget about adding extra length when you are in this configuration. See if we can. Yeah, I was playing around in the time lapse with. I love to see if the way you do things is the best. When I first started to use my rollover method for rolling the bales over, I was using the big bag winch, and that was suited to that. And the big bag handler is a different shape, and so therefore really is quite. Let's try and keep it in a rough line like that. It's not perfect, but should be able to lift 2 at a time then sideways and stick them straight at the back. So if I do this, okay. Oh, that's that other one that's just finished. Fantastic. 2, 4, right, okay. Yeah, I suppose you can equally. Yeah, you could sort of do this. I've done it with wool, so yeah, all pallets are pretty much of a muchness. They're not that much different. Only you can half go over one, and then pull to the left with the second, and if you push them together, then it obviously eventually gets them straight because it will push them. But it also can do the opposite. Yeah, you've got to sort of like, that'll do. That's about as good as it gets. I do that with wool quite frequently, where they push them out again and then they go totally wrong. So it's a real gentle push, not my normal bullet gate type push. So. Yeah, I remember when pallets first used to be, I think it was No Man's Land was the first modded map that I was on, and you learn not to ever stack pallets too high because they would literally launch themselves all over. Oh, so I can get a 3 if I want. So fantastic. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll stick. Yeah, what was I saying? This is for future me. I believe that I'm also. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, stacking. It is amazing. That is one thing that it has improved. Obviously, this was the new baby, really, Productions, and obviously loading pallets was one of those things that obviously Giants had got to fix, which I think they did go quite a long way on that because it was such a mess at the beginning, so they did work quite hard on fixing that. That was perhaps one of the few things that did get enough attention to fix. Let's just push that a little bit more. No. Yeah, that's another thing that's annoying. When you go reverse, it skitters forward before it goes back. Yeah, I thought it was only certain tractors, but I think it's everything, because this has got the power. I always thought it was because it was not enough power. I don't think it's anything to do with that. It just does it. It's sort of, I think it might be, I wonder if it's that thing because you have, is it stop-go braking? Perhaps it's that causes that. Let's have a look at that. That is a true. I never really thought about that before. It probably is. Have I got that on? Is it that? I think it would be that one, wouldn't it? Traffic, crop destruction, stop and go braking. Keep the brake button held to automatically start reversing once you've come to a standstill. Let's try without that. I'm going to try without that for a little while, truthfully, to see if it is that causes the skittering or whether it just is something you've just got to put up with, basically. Right, it does appear that I am definitely going to, finish this off as well. Amazing. Right, this is not a very nice angle, actually. Does it matter that it's actually in some ways, that is the perfect, because that's the optimal bits to get on that like that without it going over the sides. Yeah, shape wise that is the perfect position for that with the least amount of overhang. Fantastic. So there we go. We are off to the farmers market. Not now though, I might add, yeah. But that will bring in almost the same as a literal the top price normally. So let's pass the fuel and refuel as well. And we shall go through there and get ourselves in the optimal position. So we used all of the bales that we were very kindly provided, and we now have got. Did that? Oh no, I only did it this morning, didn't I? I would have had lots of TMR had I been sensible. Right. Oh, I did. I started that because I was going to bring that through. So let's finish what I did start, because that's why I started the engine. It would be very wasteful to waste half a tank of fuel just to ignore that. Now, did I stick that? No, I've got that in the way, haven't I? Let's go and stick this in. Yeah, these are all sort of pass-through sheds, so which is brilliant. Now I could put the baler where that bale is, in which we must remember I have got one bale left like that. So it's a shame. Yeah, next time we get some chance for some straw, and must do some straw, because these are really 4 bales. I mean, I suppose no, we'll just get the go whale. It's really doesn't take long. That's a fantastic price. So just under 4,000, so right, come on, concentrate, stop faffing around. Right, that'll do me nicely. Oh no, wrong one. Actually, yeah, let's just reset that. Oh no. Brilliant. Okay, so 54 bales we had done up to that point. I think that was just that. Yeah, I did reset it myself. Stick that there. Yeah, I don't think, if I'm honest, that we're going to need any more hay for an awful long time out having that much. Yeah, I mean, we've got far less silage, so next cut We will make some silage, but yeah, we don't need to be doing too much of that. Let's stick that under. Yeah, let's stick that under here. Now grapes, I think they're September, October, so we need to be. Yeah, oh, that's a point. Leasing that. Yeah, the harvester. That is one thing we haven't got. I remember thinking about that. So let's have a look. Grapes are next month, indeed. Yeah. So fantastic. September, maybe October, it depends. Let's have a look at our fields on the field data to see if they're dark green. They are. So that looks very much like to me that they are ready tomorrow morning. So we will be doing that harvest. This is the only thing with something being small though. Obviously it is very small scale, and grapes don't, to me, seem terribly. If we're going to have to pay, we will have a look how much for leasing. Will we even break even? If that makes any sense at all. No, not olive. We want G for grape. How much to lease this? Oh, hang on. Oh, they're both the same, aren't they? Only that one has a slightly bigger capacity and is slightly more powerful. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got to spend 12,342. So we've got to break. Yeah, we've got to literally make 12,342 off our grapes the whole process, or we're not making any money. So I know obviously we can sell. Let's have a look at this, the grape side of it. I'm sure that, yeah, it does. I did it on Stoke Valley. It does definitely do something to do with grapes, I remember. Yeah, grape juice. So yeah, let's have a look at that on this side. Remind myself of the so raisins is one thing. They don't get that much though. If I was going to do it, I think I'd prefer to do, yeah, you 90 for 90 and 90 for 72, so you are losing. But let's have a look at the grapes and see what sort of cost we are getting for grape juice. Oh wow, Castle Inn is brilliant. So the best is April, so we'd have to keep hold of it to do that. So we shall see. It may well be that it's going to cost us a lot to begin with. So really, we're not going to be able to buy the. Well, oh no, actually, yeah, bread. That is true. Our bread may be our saving grace. It might actually bring in enough income at the price it is at present for us to go out on a limb and do our. Because we've got, if we are going to do. What I was thinking with these sheep was, tell you what, we could do a bit of a, yeah, if we save the game now, let's just pop over, because this will be one of those tests that you do, like right now, before, yeah, even if I add money, I don't mind that because it's not going to really happen. So can we pop over to you? And then go behind you. Let's put a bit of a spurt on there. And let's go and see the sheep. It's about 35 grand. But it looks like it's got animals in. But I don't know whether they always look like that or whether it looks empty. I'm really not sure. Now that to me looks like it really is what it is. Right, anyway, well let's add 5,000. Oh no, but yeah, let's do this as a loan. Let's do this properly without any kind of skullduggery. And then if it works out well, we'll repay it next month and we'll buy that. And if it has got animals, well, all the better. Ah, they haven't disappeared in a puff of smoke. 24 out of 1. Wow! Brilliant! And they've even got food. You did remember the fact that you'd need to feed these if you did do this. Well, remember this is... Yeah, I mean, have we got... yeah, let's have a look in our production, because that is a fantastic thing about the Omatana. You don't have to. That is, yeah. Let's see, because it is a beast for. Imagine, I've not told anything to silage. I've only just done the TMR mix. Now we could switch that off now, because I think we've got enough, and we could keep the hay as hay, because we can we feed sheep hay? I mean, I know that they do. I know you normally just give them grass, but that doesn't mean to say no, it is just grass. Grass and hay. Also, it doesn't care. It will just say grass if I put hay in. We could test this. I've never done that, actually. I've always just given them direct grass. But it says all hay, so I presume we could give them the hay that we've got, and they'll be quite happy. We could literally put some sort of storage here. Do we need to? Or we'll just bring a... We could actually do what I normally do, which is to buy one of those 14, 15 tonners, stick the grass in, the hay in, and then bring it across, and when it's out we'll go and fetch another thing. It's not like it's across the, it's in the, you know, right near our field anyway. Health 90%. That's quite a lot of sheep, that is amazing. I'm really chuffed with that. And there's a ton of wool already. Brilliant. And they are adults. Oh, okay. Some are adults. Wow. Well, that, I've got to be honest, I'm quite pleased with that. So we should get out of our loan, and we've got these, and we'll bring some hay across that station. I'm going to leave that as it is. Definitely. I'm quite happy with that. So we will leave that. We're in 5 grand debt. 1,731 left. Yeah. Well, no, we're going to make that money, so I'm not worried about it. I wouldn't have done it unless I knew that we could have, but I really did want to do this. We've got the hay that we can feed them hay. And yeah, we've got grass anyway. Our grass is growing. Even if I had to cut an emergency cut of grass, I would do. I mean, the last cut's November, so we should get a full cut, and it should still be able to grow ready for next year without... I hate cutting in November, but you can cut in October. I think it's... Let's go and check. Let's go quickly back. Let's just backtrack through where things are. I'm thinking this is 2nd growth stage now. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's 3rd in the lovely lush golden green. So yeah, it is. It's really, really sparse on 1st growth stage. So yeah, that is 2nd growth stage. So it will be fully grown in September, and then it's got October and November to grow. Then it dies back 1 stage, but at least you don't lose many months for next year. So we've got cuts that we can do and keep some in the... Oh, not in the silo. Yeah, that is true. We can't put it in the silo. We can store it nowhere. Well, we might have to... Yeah, I mean, I think it's 5,000, the cheapest storage that we could stick something like that. We could actually buy a bin over there next to the sheep and just take a few trailer loads of grass over and leave that so that it will do it through the winter. I think that's perfect. And the excess we're just making to silage to equalise. But I've got to be honest, that's got 295 tons of TMR. If we were staying here years, we're not going to literally do that. I could even sell some, which is not a bad idea, actually. Right, let's have a look. That is not a bad idea. How much do we get for TMR if we sell it? I'm not talking about selling, obviously, all of it. So we've just made it. But yeah, how much does TMR get you on the map? Ooh, it's not really very good at all, is it? No. That's rubbish. Yeah, forget that. We're not selling any of that. So it'd be cheap to buy as well. That's the good thing on a map. When it's worthless, then it's also worthless to buy. So the price will be fantastic. So we've got enough TMR to sink a battleship, so we don't need any more at all. Still got 197 tons of straw in though, loose. So we could get a blower, as I said. Actually, yeah, the go whales for doing bales, isn't it? what is the loose blowers, or do they still work the same? I don't think they do. The Go Whale Special. Ah. If we use the we might have a use for the mixer. The fact that it splurges to the right or left, we might well be able to equivalent to blow the straw in there. So I think we may have a use for that. We'll get the milk going next session as well. Sell the bread, and yeah, I crack on. Well, we're actually making a little bit of money because so far it's all been spend. So it'd be nice to. Well, we did earn some money, didn't we? Actually, think about it. We did some bales, and we did a couple of contracts. Anyway, that's me signing out for this session on St. Kalle. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. As always, I invite your comments, and I really do love to hear from you all, truly. And yeah, I'm going to say goodbye for now.